Hey, Pisces, intuitive soul coach here with your May 2023 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Pisces, your key themes for the month of May, you have romance, authenticity, and you also have R&R. So there may be some factors that are affecting your love life or your heart chakra. I'm also sensing that a lot of you are stepping into your power. You're getting real about where you see yourself, especially now, but in the next 5 years as well. So this authenticity card is really showing up because you are unique. You shine this vibrant energy, Pisces, everywhere you go and towards everyone around you. You are the real deal. Now you have a unique vision, and I feel like you're finally taking those steps to align with what that vision may look like for you. There could have been responsibilities. There was a cycle that you are enduring. I feel like there is an end of a cycle showing up here for you in the month of May. And it may have felt like a painful cycle that you've endured or gone through, but I really sense that you are bridging the gap this month and you're staying true to yourself. You're making decisions that are in your highest good. I'm also sensing that some of you are expressing or sharing some inner truth that may have been difficult for you. You may be reaching out, connecting with other souls, other like minds, other healers as well. I do feel here that this is about you being comfortable with the choices that you make and feeling good with who you are, Pisces, from the inside out. And if other people can't see that unique, beautiful spark that you have within, I feel like you are choosing to move in a new direction. So if there's not reciprocity, if someone isn't honoring you, seeing you for who you are, or they're not respecting boundaries that you've set up, you're getting clear with what you need to do to move forward. I'm also feeling here that some of you have an idea on how to maybe increase your stability. I'm getting here with this Four of Swords showing up, or excuse me, Four of Wands showing up in the middle of your reading. This is all about some sort of success, a milestone. And a lot of you're reaching these milestones because you now have this clear vision, and you also have this gift, this authentic piece of you that is really shining bright in the month of May, especially towards the end of the month. Now you also have here romance. Now there could be a cycle ending when it comes to romance. For others of you, if you've been single for quite some time, you may be ending that difficult period of maybe a little bit of loneliness or feeling like you're ready to invite in a soulmate or more friendships, companionship, soul tribe. This is all about unions, strong bonds. There could have even been a family dynamic, whether it was your own parents, that you are healing some sort of trust issue or hurt that had maybe impacted you as well, even as a child, as an adult child, as a smaller child. It makes no difference. But I feel here that there is this new level of heart chakra opening here because you're taking a look at some of the pain. You're taking a look at some of the difficulties that you've endured, and you don't want to repeat some sort of pattern, relationship, or dynamic moving forward. So I feel like you're trusting your intuition this month, and your intuition is saying you're moving on. You're moving on from a challenging cycle that you have endured. Some of you are traveling. You may be traveling the globe. You have the World card. You may be even going to a spiritual place. This could be taking a time out. This is downtime, healing, recovery. I'm getting a rehab center as well. This could be someone around you, maybe going to a rehab center or some sort of counseling. I'm sensing as well, you may be creating a sacred space in your backyard for some of you. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but there's some sort of sacred space or place of serenity, a place that's quite peaceful. Maybe it's a backyard garden, or it could be, a plethora of different flowers and plants, or even if it's something that you've created on your porch or your balcony. I feel like this is a safe space for you, and you're going to be frequenting this area more so in May. because there's a lot of healing that's happening here this month. Now, diving into the tarot, you do have the World and the Knight of Swords showing up at the beginning of the month. So this Mercury retrograde is really helping you see that a cycle is ready to end and you're ready to move forward. There could be a physical move happening for you. There could be relocation. I'm getting here travel as well. So some of you are taking off because you know your worth. So you're taking off in this new direction, and the world here is all about you finishing up a cycle that's been, a long journey for some of you. You start with that Fool's journey, the Fool, card 0, all the way up to 21 here, which is the World. So I feel like there's a huge completion. There's a moment of victory here. There is celebration. There is fulfillment. There is this energy of feeling whole or feeling complete. Even if you may not feel it quite in this moment, you're going to realize that you finally are more comfortable in your own skin. You're more comfortable with who you are moving forward here because you've learned a lot. Now, mid-month, you do have the Three of Swords and the Four of Wands. So there could have been a situation in the family dynamic that was challenging for you to overcome or to just work through some of those insecurities, those fears. There's plans here that didn't go necessarily the way you thought they would. I am sensing that some of you thought you were going to maybe go on a retreat with someone, or it could be that you're taking even a relationship to the next level. Some of you may be traveling, taking a honeymoon, or you may have wanted to buy a home with someone, but there was a falling out in the past, whether it was a falling out between you and a partner, or maybe you put in an offer in a home and that offer was rejected, because I'm getting here some sort of disappointment around stability. But there's a second chance being offered here. Now, when this Four of Wands shows up, I'm getting that energy right out of retrograde. So we leave retrograde around the 14th of May, and we're still feeling that shadow period, but you've definitely completed or closed down a cycle, and you're ready to turn the page. Or for many of you, you're ready to start an entirely new story, a whole new book, right? And you are the author. You are the creator. What do you want that story to look like for you? What type of happy ending do you want for yourself? When this Four of Wands shows up with the Three of Swords, I certainly feel like there may have been an opportunity where you really wanted to celebrate some sort of win, but at the same time, there's this bittersweet energy coming in. Now, for some of you, I feel like someone may have stole your work, stole your idea as well, because you have this authenticity card, or someone that you may have trusted may have, in a sense, kind of stabbed you in the back here or in the front, right, with the heart chakra. So I do feel that someone may have betrayed you, someone that you thought you had a strong, solid foundation with. And it may be leaving you in a little bit of a conundrum, but you're going to step into your power and feel good with the choices that you make here. Now, for others of you, there could have been a strengthening here in a relationship. You have the World, so there is some sort of completion or a lesson that's been learned between maybe you and a partner. And you're learning here that you can get through it for better or for worse, and that you can create this stability, this solid, strong foundation for you and a partner. So the energy remains the same, but the situation or scenario may be different. So please take it as it resonates for you. Now, towards the end of May, you have the High Priestess and the Strength card. This is about you being way stronger than you think you are. Okay, this is about you taking a look at the shadow, the triggers, the pain, right, with this Three of Swords, and you're saying, how can I use this as a teacher? How can I take a look at whatever has hurt me and turn that pain into a cause? For example, sometimes when you hear of people that have lost a child due to maybe an addiction, they tend to go speak to schools about addiction. Or for those that have been through a difficult situation, maybe with domestic violence, they may go into counseling. So I feel like you are using some sort of disappointment or pain to help other people. So Pisces, you are a water sign. You are full of emotion. So I do feel here that one of your greatest strengths is to intuitively trust your soul's purpose and trust that out of this pain, there is a silver lining. Okay, very powerful here. Now, with this strength card and the high priestess as well, both major arcanas, and you start off with the world, I feel like it's been a long cycle and it may even be challenging. There could be a little bit of grief for leaving this old life behind, especially if you're moving, because we do have the Four of Wands. So some of you are moving physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, but there is movement here and success coming in as well. But it may still feel like a little bit of a moment of not so much just grief. I'm not feeling just the grief, but almost that bittersweet feeling of I'm ready to move on, but yet there's going to be people, situations, places, or things that I will miss, right? But you're realizing that that's part of the experience and you're ready to move on and create new memories, but it doesn't mean that you're going to forget the old ones. So when this high priestess shows up as well, trust those gut feelings. I do sense that some of you may have been in a situation where someone had a hidden agenda, and you, having the beautiful heart that you do, Pisces, you may have been taken advantage of, or you may have felt like somebody walked all over you, and it took a little bit of hit to your confidence with the strength card here. Now, when the strength card shows up as well, this says that you have that endurance, you have that inner strength to be gentle with yourself and gentle with others. Instead of succumbing to the shadow part or the self-sabotage piece, you're able to look at it as a learning opportunity and flip that shadow towards the light, and you're able to grow and evolve from the situation and not repeat a lesson that is ready to be released. So very powerful messages coming through here, Pisces. Now, the good side of things, you're ready to start this new pattern, this new cycle, or this new life. Could be even a lifestyle. I am sensing that some of you may be traveling globally or internationally, or you may be moving to a completely new area. There's a little bit of that fear, or a little bit of I'm leaving the past behind, and maybe you have family, or maybe you have friends, or maybe you have old people you've worked with, or you've been in a situation, a relationship, or a job for many, many years, and you're just evolving and you're moving on, but it doesn't mean that it makes it easier, right? There still is that bittersweet feeling of excitement towards the future, but yet what you're leaving behind. So I feel like you may feel like you're in the middle of that this month, but ultimately where you're going is going to be really wonderful. And I'm excited to do your June and July readings as well, because I feel like there's going to be a big shakeup, a lot of success around that June, July mark. But right now, allow yourself that downtime. Abundance can also be allowing yourself to take time out, to take a nap, to read a book, go lay in a hammock, take a vacation, right? That can be abundance as well. We don't always have to be producing something or generating some sort of physical results. We can just relax as well. And I sense you're doing that this month. So when it comes to finances, career, wealth, and money, you have the turtle showing up first, and it says moving for work. Some of you are moving, some of you are retiring, or you may be moving to meet with a person as well, because I am getting that energy of solidifying, starting a new chapter. Some of you are moving in with someone and starting a new, literally a new chapter, a new story. And that's why you've completed this cycle, because you've already maybe done the dating thing with this person, and maybe you've been engaged. Now you're taking it to the next level, whatever that may mean for you. But when it comes to career, I sense as well that there is steady progress here. There is this energy here of money coming in. But I feel like you've been really thinking about your career, your finances, and now you're going to see that income starts to pick up a little bit. So some of you may have went through a lull or went through a pause, or maybe you had to put money towards something here. But I feel like there's a payoff or a payout that's going to help you in the future. So again, in good time, long term, moving for work, slow and steady wins the race here, Pisces. Next, you have the light bulb, and I really love these two cards combined, because the light bulb in the frame says that you have some lucrative ideas. You have some really great creative endeavors that you're heading towards, and it's going to generate a steady income. This is about organization skills. Some of you may be cleaners. You may redesign or decorate. It could be websites or closets, right? I'm sensing that you have this really beautiful gift of art and design. There's something here with the way that you create beauty to homes as well. It could be aesthetics. It could be cosmetology. You may be self-employed or heading in that direction where you could even work from anywhere in the world. And some of you, you help people from all around the world. You could be an influencer, you could be a leader, you work remotely. There's some sort of achievement here because of your bright ideas and because you trusted your intuition to take that next step. Now, this is about inspiration, a new income source, entrepreneurship, new job, or making your work more fun, more creative, and more inspiring, not just to yourself, but it's going to flow out into the type of people that you attract in your world as well. Not just when it comes to career, but in love. When you are feeling inspired, Pisces, that's the energy that you attract in return. So a lot of really good news showing up when it comes to career. Now, when it comes to love, we definitely have this energy of freeing yourself, whether it's freeing yourself from guilt, blame, shame, disappointment, heartache, heartbreak, difficult conversations, hurtful words, being stabbed in the back or stabbed in the front, right? There's some sort of betrayal or disappointment or hurt that you are freeing yourself from. Now, it doesn't mean that you're freeing yourself from a person. Some of you, maybe, absolutely. But for others of you, I feel like this is emotional. I do feel like this is something that you are taking some time out because I feel like your heart got bruised in the process and something may have even triggered you, but I'm sensing that someone didn't mean to hurt you or their words may have came across as inconsiderate or brash, but it wasn't their intention. So please take that as it resonates. There could even be an apology, a heart-to-heart conversation, or just aligning, getting on the same page with someone, letting them know like, hey, that wasn't cool. That wasn't okay. Please don't do that again. For others of you, you may be freeing yourself from, a marriage as well. This could be freeing yourself and feeling authentic, feeling good and comfortable with your own skin. But first, you must get real with yourself of, is this ending for me? Is this something that I've learned? Is this soul contract with this person something that I'm ready to sever because I've learned all that I can and I'm ready to have a new human experience? So some of you, it's time to take back control of your life. Now, for those of you that are looking for love, I do feel again that there's this cycle that's coming to an end. So if you've been single and that's been the cycle, or if you've been grieving, or if you've been focused maybe on career or a move, I sense that you are strong enough to work through those challenges and strong enough here to be kind and compassionate with yourself and trust your intuition, especially with the Strength and the High Priestess. Now it says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of love, the highest energy of all, right? This has to do with friendships and family and children and parents and siblings. This has to do with you opening yourself up instead of, sometimes we tend to let the Three of Swords put a huge wall and a huge barrier up against our heart. And it stops love. It stops the flow from entering and coming in and us giving it as well. It can affect all different relationships in our world when there's been this pain and disappointment. But I do sense there's someone around you or many people around you that love you very much, Pisces, and that want you to know that you are lovable. You are worthy of these beautiful things in your world. And someone may want to make the effort with you. Okay. And this could be a family member or a friend as well. It doesn't have to be just a romantic partnership. It says great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So relationship status, regardless if you're single, separated, if you've gone through something quite challenging, if you are married, whatever it is for you, again, energy remains the same, but the surface is going to be different. The story is going to be different. All love is worth making that great effort because we are worth it, right? We come from love. With love, we are whole. And this is about you putting in that energy. And if there's a situation that has hurt you, then it is your responsibility to work on that self-healing, right? It doesn't mean that you deserve what was coming to you. Absolutely not. But it's up to you whether you want to sit in that, how long, when you feel like you've learned a lesson, when you want to go back and repeat it, because sometimes we need that extra repetition. As they say, I think it's, it takes 21 days to form a new habit. So sometimes it's okay to go back and have another experience, and you find that pattern happening a lot where someone gets out of a relationship, but they don't do the healing work and they invite in the same type of relationship that they had prior. And I feel like you've come to this realization, this awakening that you're done with the cycle. You've learned what you could from that. You've had the experience that you chose to experience, but now you're moving on, with or without someone. All right, messages from your spiritual guides. You have Council of Light. Some of you are working with the big dogs here, the Ascended Masters, the angelic realm. It says divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. This is also loved ones who've crossed over. I'm sensing that coming through for a lot of you as well. And I'm also getting pets. So some of you are feeling the grief because there's been a pet that was part of this family home. You've even called this child a fur baby, or this pet a child, or it may have felt like a very strong member, and there's grief because I feel like this pet had crossed over, and it may be affecting relationships with your business, with your career, with other people, because you're going through that grief, and that's okay to feel that grief. There shouldn't necessarily be a timeline, but when it starts to affect your mental health, physical health, emotional health for quite some time, then you may need to ask for additional guidance from an external source or from a spiritual source here. And I feel like that's certainly coming in for you. Now you also have Lemuria. This is what I'm feeling for June and July energy here. Some of you are making a really big move is what I feel, whether again, it's a physical move across the world or it could be across town, but you're still feeling like this is a big change. Maybe you've been in a family home for 50 plus years, right? Lemuria is all about you creating your heaven on earth, Pisces. So some of you all of you, I feel, are heading towards creating this heaven on earth, raising your frequencies and releasing what no longer serves you, what doesn't belong where you're going, because there's no room for it. You want to open up to some new memories. Again, it doesn't mean that you can't take the old memories with you, but I feel like the heavy baggage or anchors that have held you in place, that's what you're disconnecting from. So when it comes to the soul truth here, I really love these. I always recommend you jot down notes, pause the video, really sink into your heart chakra here and answer on that deeper, truthful level here of honesty. When was the last time I danced freely? And it's interesting because you have two cards that came out that talk about smiling and dancing, playfulness, right? So I feel that some of you, this is a month to bring more laughter, more play, and more joy into your world in whatever ways possible, especially if you are going through a Three of Swords moment or if you're recovering. That could be taking a laughing yoga class. Yes, it's really a thing. Check it out. It could be watching an inspiring, funny video on cats, right? It could be reading the comedy section of a book or a newspaper, right? I feel like this is a really good month to shift that energy and bring more fun. Spend time with children, your grandchildren. Or, visit a park, watch children play, go do something that brings out and lets that inner child have fun. So dance, smile, laugh. It says dance because it will shift you into a beautiful state, Pisces, because it will get you out of your head and into your body and heart, because fear lives in the head along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will shift. You will feel a charge of joy, and confidence take over, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from this heart space. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. And if you're looking to reignite that spark between you and a lover or you and a partner, even if you've been together for 50 years or 5 months, dance in the living room, have fun, extend that lighthearted energy out to your partner, because I feel like they probably want it just as much as you. So if there is pain or if there's something that is hindering that connection, it's time to bridge that gap. Dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within you, and the feeling that you feel being you, being alive, that's going to drop you into this authenticity as well. You are a wild, loving force, Pisces. Express it with dance. I love this. And then we have here, When was the last time you couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Go back to a moment when you laughed so hard that maybe you almost peed your pants, or maybe you did, right? Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and your eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. They're giving me someone may have a very goofy or very noticeable or unique, there it is, unique or authentic laugh or giggle. So if that is you here, bring more of that out, right? You have a beautiful laugh, a beautiful giggle, and it's unique and it's authentic to you, but it sparks the joy in other people when they hear you laugh. So if that's you, or maybe it's an aunt of yours or a mother or a friend, embrace yourself in their energy. If they're very uplifting and they can empower you, surround yourself with them. Laughter is healing, and it reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the littlest things. Note to self, Pisces, laugh more often. Yes, I love this. You also have here, do I believe I am worthy? You are absolutely worthy, and I hope that was your answer. You are deserving, Pisces, and you are loved. Start seeing the divine beauty within you and go out and claim the life you have dreamt up. Yeah, create your heaven on earth, queen or king. Your crown has been bought and paid for, so put it on your head and wear it. That is a famous quote by Maya Angelou. And your soul action is this, Pisces. For a big goal or dream that you have, ask yourself, do I feel worthy of it? Sometimes when we have great things happen to us, especially after a time of pain, we wonder, am I really worthy of this? Is this really happening? Yes, yes, and triple yes. You're creating your heaven on earth. You better believe it here. Today's mantra, I am worthy of it all. I would love for you to jot that down on a sticky note, smack it right on that refrigerator, stick it in your visor, carry it in your wallet or purse. Remind yourself every single day that you are worthy of it all. Now, messages from your power animals. You have deer spirit. It says, bring a gentle touch. It's quite interesting here because we have the strength card as well. And it almost looks like polar opposite energies here. You have the lion that could definitely rip apart this deer. You have the deer that could succumb to the fear, right? Or you can create this balance just like this woman has done with this lion. She has that hand right there in the lion's mouth, but she's learned to tame. She's learned to play. She's learned to create trust. Trust within herself, trust within this beautiful creature. Even though it can threaten at times to bring down the ship, this is about you bringing that gentle touch and knowing that you have everything that you need to create this heaven on earth, this life of abundance. We also have ant spirit, time to collaborate, helpful people coming in to assist you with putting the pieces together in the puzzle. I'm also getting here that some of you may have just picked up a puzzle or you've been contemplating putting a piece of puzzle together. And I also see here the glue holding a puzzle. So you may have actually made a puzzle in the past or finished one and then you've glued it together and maybe you use it as a picture. But I feel like you are putting the pieces together and the right people are coming in to help you do this. It's also card 1, and then we also have 18. Some of you may be born on the 1st or the 18th or even the 9th here as well. Definitely collaboration happening, and I feel like this may be more so towards the June months as well, because this month is all about you finding that strength, stepping into a new chapter here, allowing yourself some downtime to recoup, because there's been a lot of changes happening here for you. And your final card here, Pisces, is card 8, and it's the tribe. This is all about soul tribe. It's about that sense of belonging, and it doesn't surprise me that you have authenticity showing up here as well, because that's all about you knowing your place in the world. That's that solar plexus chakra. And the oracle message is all about community, belonging, being seen and understood by others, like-minded connections, and a sense of family and friendships. The oracle message is this. This card signals a new affiliation with a group. Humans are social creatures, and we need to know that we are useful to our tribes, our families, and communities. In a tribe, everyone has an important function and feels I matter. Membership in the group provides a sense of belonging, of kinship, and of purpose that comes from working together for the greater fulfillment of all. Perhaps you are a part of a spiritual community or an artistic one. Perhaps you are in a learning community where you share your love of education. Regardless of its form or focus, your community brings you joy. You will be inspired by it and want to contribute to it. Your contribution may be as small as showing up or as large as becoming its leader. No matter your position in the tribe, your presence is needed. Yes. And it's interesting to note here, you can see that there is a group of people on the beach here, and they are creating sacred space of trust, of love, and of connection between them as well. So some of you may even be building a retreat center or bringing other like minds together. Maybe you're launching a membership only platform, something of that nature. Now, beware of compromising your integrity, Pisces, in order to belong. Don't dim your light to fit in. That is a big message here with this Three of Swords and the strength. Sometimes we dim our magic. That's why you have the High Priestess showing up here. Don't do that. How do you dim your light or change yourself so others will accept you in the tribe? Do you hide who you really are in order to play a role within the larger whole? This will never fulfill you. Now is the time to assess your willingness to be real. Stand tall. Be you. Authenticity is true self-expression and the only way to empower yourself. Authenticity right here. I'm loving this. This has been all of the readings, very synchronistic. And if you've been watching me for quite some time, you know that regardless if I pull cards in front of the camera or off the camera, the energy is the same. Sometimes I do have commenters say it's fake, it's set up. Why have you pulled off camera? There's so many different cards in here and I don't want to waste your precious time. Why would someone stage or fake a scenario? That's my question to all of you who may think, what's happening here? Why are the cards pulled? This is about trusting in your authenticity, right? Exactly what we're talking about here. This is about being you. Authenticity is true self-expression. And a lot of times you may trigger other people at times, or people may feel the need to express or project themselves onto you. This is about you shining your unique light, and that light will attract the right people. And I very rarely ever get negative comments or people that have anything bad to say, because I try to put out that energy of what I would like to attract. But sometimes you get those, you get those types of people in your world. And Pisces, I feel like you belong here and other people want your light in their life. It says, don't be afraid to be yourself and step into the role your heart tells you to take. Making yourself small bears too high of a cost. Don't dim that light to fit in, because you were born to shine. I hope this resonates, beautiful souls. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here, Pisces. A powerful month indeed. Lots of love to you.